This is the story of Betty the Land Rover and how God uses all of His creation, both man-made and God-made, to accomplish His purpose. Betty was made in 1968. When she was 2 years old, she joined her new owners in Africa. They lived in Malawi. Malawi is a country in the middle part of Africa. Betty's new owners were David and Jean LePage. They were missionaries. David is from a small island near the coast of France called Guernsey. Jean is from the country of Scotland. When David and Jean were teenagers, they knew God wanted them to tell the people in Africa about Jesus. A few years later, they met each other and decided to marry. Now they were actually in Africa telling people about Jesus. Betty the Land Rover was helping too. She was like a member of the family. Betty carried lumber, sand, stones, and cement to build churches. She also carried David and Jean to the different villages so that they could tell people about Jesus. One Sunday morning, Betty was taking David and Pastor Chinga to a village 2 hours away. They were going to attend a church there and encourage the people. Betty carefully carried her passengers across the African dirt road. It had been raining. The road was rough and muddy. Betty was getting very dirty, but she didn't mind. She was glad to help her owner get to the village. She wanted the people in the village to know about Jesus. Betty thought about the road. She had traveled this road many times before and knew it by heart. Betty realized they were coming close to a bridge. They would have to go downhill and cross the bridge, then up another hill. David pressed hard on the gas pedal. Betty ran down the hill as fast as she could. She needed all the energy she could get so that she would be able to make it up the other hill. Whoosh! Betty went faster and faster until she could see the bridge. Suddenly she realized something was wrong. The bridge was gone. The rain had washed it away. There was no time to stop. David and Pastor Chinga knew they were in trouble. They called upon the name of the Lord. Betty could not believe it. It was as if angel wings had lifted them up. They flew straight across the water and landed safely on the other side. They even made it up the hill. Betty was now able to take them to the village. The Lord had made sure they were safe. At the village, David told the people what had happened. When the villagers heard what God had done, they rejoiced. Now every time the people see Betty, they are reminded that whenever they need help, they can call on the Lord. This makes Betty very happy. She is glad to serve the Lord.